And we continue learning Perek Avos Yomi with this incredible Hachzek program. Baruch Hashem, we are basically up to date. We begin the third Mishnah in the third Perek, which begins Rabbi Shimon Aimer Shloshach Lo Shulchan Echad V'lo Amru Alav Divrei Torah, a famous Mishnah, perhaps one that has to be more famous. 3 people that sit and eat on one table, and unfortunately on that table they don't say any words of Torah. What is that table considered? Keilu Achlu Mizivchei Mesim. It's considered as if they ate from Zivchei Mesim, the carpet of idols. Rachmana litzlan. Shenemar, as the pasuk says, Kikol Shechanas Malu Ki Soya Bali Makoim. All the tables are filled with Ki and Soya, vomit and excrement. Bali Makoim, when there isn't Hashem. When we don't have Hashem, when we don't have the Torah at the table, it's a travesty. Says Rabbeinu Yonah, what does this mean? Tzayna Laimar. All table, if there are no words of Torah, then it's as if the entire table is filled with tikrayves avodah zara. It's filled with sacrifices to idols, which is considered vomit and excrement. Because no Torah was said. Explains Rabbeinu Yonah, why are we thinking so extreme? Because when we have 3 people together, that's called a chabura, that's called a group. They can say Zimon, and one should never gather together for his own pleasure, unless there's also an element of godliness, unless there's also divrei Torah amongst them. Shibrikas all Torah. Because if not, if we have people sitting together and we have the potential, and yet they do not actualize it, it's as if they're removing the yoke of Torah. They eat, they drink, and they benefit. And they don't think about the Torah. Oy lahem and oy lanasam. Woe is to them and woe is to their benefit. But continues the Mishnah on the positive note. But what happens? Let's say 3 people sit on one table and they say divrei Torah. We see what a few words of Torah could do. Could elevate from being avodah zara. Could elevate from being sitting and eating the most dreadful decadence, and elevate all the way to Shalchana Yishal Makam Baruch Hu Shenemar, as the pasuk says in Hachzek, V'daber Elai Zeh Shalchan Shel Lefnei Hashem. Explains Rabbeinu Yonah Lashon Vayidaber. What does the pasuk mean? Vayidaber Eloi. Says Rabbeinu Yonah Hu Prat. This is something specific. As we see that Hashem spoke to Moshe Shu Prat, it's specific. Al Shayam Medaber El Moshe Levadai. What does it mean by Daber Hashem al Moshe? Means that Kadosh Baruch Hu Hashem is speaking directly and only and singularly to Moshe Rabbeinu. And when the pasuk wants to indicate that it's not just words for Moshe, but rather it's words for Moshe for Klal Yisrael, it doesn't say just Vayidaber. It says the Leimar saying Shuloshin Koilo. Ki Vayidaber v'nei atzmoi b'loi Leimar. The word Vayidaber hu mefaresh leMoshe levadoi refers to only Moshe v'lo sheishmaru acherim, and no one else should hear it. Kam zeh shneimar Vayidaber leizeh shulchan shel bnei Hashem l'shen Vayidaber hu mefaresh shezeh shulchan. This table, this suda, this meal that they're eating, and they are saying divrei Torah ne'etu shel meat mata shel tachshav shemidaber v'shulchan shel ma'ila v'afal pi she'en ra'ila davar zeichel davar k'minag rav seini kam me'koyimos. So explains Rabbeinu Yonah the critical importance that if we have divrei Torah, then it's vayidaber, then this particular table, this table is elevated as if it is the table of the Elyon. It is if it is straight from Hashem, the Shulchan Shel HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Continues with the next Mishnah, Mishnah Daled Reb Chanina ben Chachi na yomer haneir ba'layla, zones up at night, or v'mehalich b'derech, he walks on the road, yechidi alone, v'mefane liboi levatala, and he turns his heart to idleness. Painful words nowadays. How often? How much time is spent being idle, doing nothingness? Harezem is chayev v'nafshay. Rachmana litzlan, he is chayev v'nafshay. Says Rabbeinu Yonah, what is this name? The reason is because these are good times. And they should be used to think about Hashem. How incredible, how important are those words. If you find a libel of Atola at those moments, instead of elevating them for Torah at the times that you could be idle, at times you could use for terrorism. Why? You could use it for appropriate thoughts. Incredible words. We see that when one has the ability to learn, when one has the time, when one has the mind space, and he does not use it, then Rahman al-Islan, that could be considered something that's liable for death.